Hello everybody, my name is Michael, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to start a new series. It's going to be called Anime Review. Today I'm going to be reviewing King's Game or Osama Game, and yeah, let's get in. Okay, so the concept of King's Game is where there's a virus that's in your phone but also in your head. Once the phone signals your brain to do something, then it does it. This isn't someone actually doing this. This is a virus that is stuck in people's heads, and the body can pretty much do anything it wants if it tells it to. So that's how it all starts. But the concept is this king figure sends you all a text, and you all have to do what it says, and you'll live. You have 24 hours to do it, and they're all orders from the king. Starting out in the anime, the orders aren't that bad. It's, two people must kiss, Todaya must lick Yukio's foot. Not that bad of stuff. It starts out simple, but if you don't do it, then you're dead. As it goes along, it gets worse. Two people must make love. That's still not that bad, but it's kind of serious. Like I said before, it gets worse and worse and worse until destroying or even killing the thing you like the most. I like the Last Order. I like the concept of this because it's something new, and I haven't seen anything else like it previously. And I think it's one of the better short series because recently I've been seeing a lot of just real life things of just awkward people trying to get along, and those are all the same, but this seemed new and interesting and honestly engaging. Not all animes nowadays are just animations of real life and awkward people getting along, but I'm not saying they're all like that. I'm just saying a lot of them are now, and this brings something new. The story of the whole thing, I think it was pretty thought out. It starts off in the present day, but then it goes in the past, and then it goes to the present day and tells Milwaukee's past King's Game, and then it goes to its new King's Game. And when he brings something up, half the episode is in the past, but I don't have a problem with that. It's showing backstory, and I think that's a good way on how to play it out. The ending, honestly, I thought it was fulfilling. I liked the ending. It concluded it all. It's not like it left on a cliffhanger. I honestly, usually in animes, feel like it's not finished, that there's more that could be done. But seeing how they ended this one, I honestly liked that. How they all died at the end, but that's to stop the King's Game. I know if you haven't watched this and you're saying, oh, well, they all die, that's sucky. No, they're saving the whole human race. I like how they all, I don't like how they all die. I mean, they could have kept it on, but that would seem unfinished if they left it off and they didn't die. But it gives closure, because when Nobawaki dies, he gets to go to Chibi, his old friends from his last King's Game, and his friends from the new King's Game. And even that last girl who didn't die and brought Nobawaki out to the beach, she even killed herself. So she will get to cross the Rainbow Bridge or whatever that thing was with them. And I think it gives closure, and I think it's a good ending. Even Natsuko was there, and they all got along. So I think it was a good ending. I think it gave closure. It's not like it left on a cliffhanger waiting for a second season. With this, it's obviously not going to have a second season, and if it does, then it's going to be something like Fairy Tail Zero, where it's just backstory. It can't continue because they're all dead. So there's no more King's Game anymore. That would be backstory. I'm guessing if they did make a second season, it would be about the first King's Game ever, and basically what went down there, and maybe history on Natsuko and Chibi. Another thing I liked about the King's Game was how every episode ended off on not a cliffhanger, but it left you wanting more. Well, besides the last episode, obviously, but every episode besides the last one it made you want to come back to see the next one. What happens next? and I think that this is very good to do. It kept me engaged. I'm sure it kept a lot of other people engaged. It just keeps you coming back. It doesn't leave on a gigantic cliffhanger where you hate the show because every episode it leaves on a gigantic cliffhanger. It's just enough for you want to come back and you want to see the next episode. Well, that's how it was for me. That's all the stuff I liked about it. Now to get into the bad stuff I did not like. What I didn't like about the King's Game was how crazy Natsuko was. I know that she had went through a King's Game as well, and her mind is probably really messed up, and that's why she did most of the things, but it just seemed like she was already a psychopath and then enjoyed going through the King's Game again. I know at the end she seemed sad and she seemed sympathetic, but she just was too crazy, I think, personally. Because Nobuaki had also gone through a King's Game, but he didn't act all crazy. He seemed, everyone thought he was crazy in the beginning, but he wasn't. He wasn't acting crazy. Sometimes, I think once in the show maybe he acted crazy, but not even close to Natsuko. I just didn't like how mentally insane they put her at. Yeah, some people would go to the extremes, but I think every episode beyond extreme was just not a very good thing, or a very good way to show the bad person or the crazy person. Because at the end, she does express how every game and every group needs a bad person and needs this villain. But when she puts it to the extreme and every single at the ending, when she killed everybody, making sure she was safe and that she would live, it seems a bit crazy. Another thing I didn't like about the show was just how crazy the deaths were. Like, people's heads popping off and arms shooting out from their body. I don't know if that's humanly possible of their brain to being able to do that to themselves. I don't know, so I can't really say a lot about it, but it seems impossible for your own body to do that to you, just for it to pop off just like that. Last thing I want to talk about is really just how good of an anime this was. What makes an anime bad for me is it engaging you and seeing if it's like purposely drawn out. Some animes I just didn't want to watch anymore because it just seemed too stretched out and made you just want to see that next episode, come back next Monday or Sunday. It just engages you. Well, personally for me, it engaged me, and it made me want to come back for more and more and more. I just like how they played the whole thing out, and I think the story was great. I think the characters were great. Besides Natsuko, she was iffy, but besides that, they were all good and they all act like human beings. That's going to conclude my anime review for the King's Game. If you did enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, and put down below what anime I should review next. And I'll see ya. Thanks.